All right, so here we are at the best practices checklist, and we could see that we've completed these first two tasks. We've updated the project information, and we've updated the company level directory. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create and distribute a bid package. So let's jump over to Procore and see what that's like. So I'm going to go ahead and create a bid package, and I'm going to create a bid package. And I'm just going to run down my best practices required fields. So we got a title, and you'll see on the checklist it just says to use the project name. So project 18, and you got to choose a date. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose a due date as a week from now. And accept after due date. So this is required that you leave this unchecked. Leave it unchecked. The reason this is important is in the short run, this might be a little frustrating for, if you want a sub to get a bid in after the deadline, because it won't let them do that. You'll have to work around that if you really want to let them turn in a bid late. But in the long run, it'll help all of our subcontractors get used to the fact that no, you can't turn in bids late. You can't turn in bids late. They will be trained that when I get one of these invitations to bids from SteelWave, I need to turn it in on time, and that'll it might cause a little short-term frustration, but it'll provide a better experience in the long run. Send countdown emails. That's not a required field. You could use it if you like. If you do, I think it's good to just do one day before. Otherwise, they'll get a lot of emails, and sometimes they don't like that. Anticipated award date. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to award it a week after. That's required. Just make sure this is amount based. It will be by default. Okay, drawing set. So I'm going to use the bidding set, and then all. You want to choose all for your bid documents. And I'm going to attach a folder. There's no bid documents in there right now, but as a best practice, you always want to attach this bidding documents folder. And you want to make sure that that's clicked yes. Include bid docs and bid package in the bid package invitation. This is pre-populated, so you don't need to worry about that. It's required, but it's pre-populated. Same with instructions. And then the last required, or actually it's not a required field, but is to enable a pre-bid walkthrough. And it's a good thing to just really think through this. Think about what think about the subcontractor's experience. They're going to need to know like where to check in. So just say something like, I recommend giving a little instruction on parking, and if there's security or something, where to check in, who to check in with when they arrive. Just get into the subcontractor's mindset and give them the information they're going to need to get there, and then you create the bid package. So there we go. And what happens now is you've created this thing called a bid package. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add bidders to it. So let's go to the bid list. In order to do that, you click on bid list. And again, if you don't know how to do anything on Procore, you just click on this question mark. You can chat with someone, you can watch videos. So if you get lost and you don't remember how bidding works, you can do that. Here's how we add bidders to the bid package. We click search for bidder, and we're going to search for them by cost code. So earlier I said it was important to categorize subcontractors by division, because that way we're putting our subcontractors into bigger buckets, and it's going to be easier to find them that way. If I associate a subcontractor with ACM monitoring, and then later someone else, one of my colleagues, another project manager wants to go and find a sub, but they only look in hazardous waste or ACM abatement, they're going to miss them. But if we all, as a best practice, keep our subcontractors into these big buckets, then it'll be easier for us to find who else we've uploaded in there. That doesn't mean we can't drill down further, and in the future when we get better and better at using cost codes and organizing project information that way, we can't drill down, but for now this is going to be the best practice. So let's search here, and I'm just going to click on this checkbox right here, and then you don't have to click this add button yet. What you want to do now is I'm going to put in 03 concrete and search, click search. And for the sake of this training, I want you to, this is a simulation training, so please go, when you go to do your homework, project managers, when you do your homework, I want you to literally create a bid list, or excuse me, a bid package, and literally add these same subcontractors that I'm showing you right now to the bid list. So I've got 3 companies currently selected, so I'm going to add to bid list. Okie doke. So here's the bid package. I've added 3 subcontractors to it. And there's 2 ways to actually send out the invitation to bid. One is you could do it individually right here, or if you want to just send them all out at the same time, you click the Send Now button. So I'll demonstrate both real quick. When I click Invite here, the next thing that happens is, so Joe Estimator, these are just fake subcontractors that I created for the sake of the training. They are automatically designated as a bid invitee in this company's information. And so you could see the cost codes that they are associated with are automatically chosen here. So let's say I just want them to bid on demolition. You can add cost codes here if you like, or you can delete them too. So let's say, I wanted to keep demo. So demolition. If you want, you can add someone else to another recipient. Let's say there's someone that you see that works for this company, but got missed, then you could add them here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send that invitation. And Joe's got it. And in a moment, I'll show you what that looks like from his point of view. Going back to the bid list, you could see that he got invited. And let's say I want to re-invite him, or something. I can do that. Or I can send the 2 outstanding bid invitations by clicking Send Bid Now. And basically I do the same exercise with everyone else. Let's say for this is kind of a simple project. So I'm just going to have these companies just bid on these individual cost codes. Send these 2 invitations. And there you have it. That's how you create and send a bid invitation.